Yo, what's good, guys? It's Mastermind MMA, and this video is going to be talking about the highlight, Justin Gaethje. Shout out to motherfucking Justin Gaethje, man. Coming in, fuck, man, just because it's so fresh in my head, I may regret saying this, and I'm not really thinking of anything else to compare this to, but I think Gaethje might have had the best UFC debut like anyone could have had, because he came in and he fought a war. And the thing I respect about the guy, he did exactly what he was gonna say, and he was very transparent. He was very real and genuine about it. He was like, dude, listen, like when he was talking all this shit before, not shit, but like when he was saying all this stuff like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get knocked out soon, you know, within 10 fights I'm probably gonna get knocked out. And when he was like, yo, I'm either gonna knock him out or he's gonna knock me out, and talking about, oh, I'm gonna take you to deep waters, you never swim, I'm the most violent lightweight in the UFC and all that. And then I was like, well, like, I mean, we'll see, you know what I mean? Because I saw him in a World Series a bit. I didn't really follow him in World Series, but I knew who he was. Like, he's probably one of the, you know, like with the Marlon Moraes and other Jake Shields and shit like that. He's kind of like those guys, when the fact that they're like the known people of World Series. So I knew about him, didn't follow him too much, and I didn't. Shit, man, like honestly, I thought Johnson was gonna win, because Johnson is an elite fighter. He has a win over Tony Ferguson. Granted, it's like not this Tony Ferguson, but still, that's at any point in time, Tony is good on your resume. You know what I'm saying? So, dude came out, fucking fought a war. Dude kept coming forward, kept the forward pressure. No matter how many times you rocked him, he fucking recovered. He came back. He showed heart. In the second round, they were both dead tired. But at that point, it's who had more heart and who wanted it more. And obviously, that was Justin. You gotta respect his heart. You gotta respect his will, his grit, his determination. Fucking spiced up the lightweight division. Spice that shit up. I need a glass of water because that shit's so spicy right now. Because you got fucking Tony Ferguson, #1 contender over Khabib, in my opinion. You have Khabib. You have Edson. You fucking have Nate Diaz. Now you got Justin Gaethje, and you have like the, you know, the kind of lower crop coming up with the Kevin Lees and the Ali Quintas and stuff like that. So you have like you got the kind of future on the come up, and you have like the prime, and then you have like Conor McGregor at the top of that. So that division is fucking stacked, and he took out Justin took out a killer. And the fact that I vote that for fight of the year so far, most fucking definitely fight of the year. But the second half of the year is gonna be fucking loaded, so we'll see. Hopefully this isn't the best fight of the year, but it's definitely up there. I hope we get a lot more classics, but this is an instant fucking classic. And the thing on the ranking report, I heard Forrest Griffin kind of draw parallels to Frankie Edgar about Justin. And I could see that, dude. Like, the resilience, the will, the pressure. He's more of a striking oh, dude, those fucking leg kicks, man. Just chopping at legs. He's fucking just straight up TKO'd people. Like, I remember this one time in the World Series, he was just chopping at a guy's leg, and then he was just like, the guy just dropped to the ground, and then he walked away, and then he's looking at the ref like, yo, it's fucking over, man. And then the ref is waiting for that guy to get up, but the dude is just grimacing, holding his leg. So you're like, shit, man. This guy is a motherfucking beast. Now, what do I want to see him from next? Obviously, Ideally, I think Ferguson Gaethje would be a dope fight. They're both willing to just bite down and put it all on the line. They both get rocked and can finish while they're rocked or shortly after they've been rocked. Favorable style matchup. You know what I mean? I kind of... the thing with Gaethje's style, it's not too much in it for the long haul. It's not an endurance style in the sense of it's gonna take a toll, all that damage eventually. But when, we don't know. You have certain warriors that's just how they could fight, you know what I mean? And their chin takes a while to deteriorate. But that is like kind of chipping away at his chin. I don't want to see him, lose that chin and then get knocked out and never be the same guy. Because those are the guys that once they get knocked out, they're never really the same after that. And the chin's not the same. But the fact that he just puts it all out there and he just doesn't give a fuck. It's almost reckless in the sense of, dude, he's like, fuck brain damage. I don't care. I'm going out there and I'm the most violent lightweight in the UFC. I'm willing to prove that shit. And it's like, I respect that. I want to see him kind of on a Cody Garbrandt track to the belt. Because, like Cody, when he got his title shot, he basically got the title shot off of Almeida. Even though he fought Mizugaki after that, that was just to keep him kind of busy so he's not stagnant. Mizugaki was outside the top 15, and then like how do you get a title shot off of a 16th rank opponent? You don't. So he got that off of the Almeida fight. They just kept him busy. They always wanted to give him the title shot because he's got the look and that very marketable. So they wanted to give him the push, and he worked with them. So I'd like to see that with Gaethje. I'd like to honestly see Gaethje in another top contender fight. But dude, I want to see Gaethje Ferguson for the interim belt. Like honestly, Khabib is like, there's just too much going on with the guy and too much instability. I get that you get the Russian demographic if you have him as champion, but you have his period of the time where he can't fight, and I respect the reason behind that and all that, but you have a big block of time that the guy can't fight, and then very injury prone. Very you know what I mean? It's unreliable. You don't know if Khabib's gonna come through, especially with like the last time what happened. And I'm not blaming him, and I got nothing against Khabib, don't get me wrong, but on top of it, it's just like, dude, what? I mean, I've always wanted to see Khabib Ferguson, but we've been teased it so long already, and like, dude, Gaethje Ferguson is just so much more fan friendly. So much more fan friendly. Khabib Ferguson is who could execute their game plan better. You know what I mean? It's a clash of styles, and who could execute their game plan better and use their skill sets over their opponent to get the victory. But Ferguson Gaethje, that shit is that shit is fight of the year, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, I already see it, because like everyone was saying that the Johnson Gaethje fight, including myself, I knew this shit was gonna be a brawl. I knew this shit was gonna be a war, and I wanted it to be, like, literally, I remember thinking before the fight started, I was like, bro, I really hope this lives up to the style matchup and goes how it should. And it surpassed it. So Gaethje kind of already is that guarantee, you know what I mean? As unreliable as Khabib is, Gaethje's the polar opposite. He's so reliable, and he comes through on what he says. And you have another undefeated prospect. Granted, it's not in the UFC, like his fights weren't in the UFC, but he just came in and he beat Michael Johnson. So that says a lot, man. I rock with him. I'm on the Gaethje train. I'm a fan. What really, really, really won me over is when Johnson was on the canvas and he was like, "Get up." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I was like, "Yo, this guy is the fucking man." Like, he was already winning me over with his fight style. I really enjoyed him, even if he were to get knocked out in that fight. I was like, "Yo, salute to Justin Gaethje for just putting it all on the line." And like, literally, I was thinking when like Johnson was piecing him up, I was like, "Yo, what if he turns this shit around and makes a comeback? That'd be insane." And what if he turns around and wins this shit? And he did that. And I was like, it's so insane, man. Such a great fight. I need so many good matchups for Gaethje. You got Barboza, you got Kevin Lee, you got a whole bunch of guys you can match him up with. You know, but I'd like to see him in that title talk. You know what I mean? I'd like to see him a fight away from the title. Honestly, I'd like to see Ferguson Gaethje, because after that performance, I don't even care if I'm getting ahead of myself, but I definitely want to see that next. And then if Tony wins, do Khabib Tony. You know what I mean? So like, you have that. We waited for so long. This shit is so fresh. It could get done soon, but he's on a bit of a medical suspension. And Dana said he wants to do Khabib Tony. I think originally before Johnson, it was supposed to be Barboza Justin. I wouldn't mind that. That shit would be fun too. So I think one more, bro, and he's in title talks. And I think that fucking interim strap is gonna probably have to get defended. I'm not gonna lie. I think Tony's going to win the interim belt against Khabib if they make that. And then I think Tony's going to defend that belt against Gaethje because Conor won't be back yet. But, I mean, yo, shout out to Justin, the highlight Gaethje. Respect to the heart, the grit, the will, everything, man. Fucking respect. You already know. It's Mastermind MMA.